Hello, dear students. Good morning to all of you. In the previous class, I have given you the text note of planning process. So now today we will discuss it that how a planning is going to be processed in business organization and the types of the plans which is often used by the business enterprise. So today we will find the different process of the planning. So now come to the point, dear students. During the planning process, first of all, before making any kind of plan, it is mandatory to set the objective of the business enterprise. So while setting the objective of the business enterprise, the organization must have to set it either for the complete organization. It means the planning is meant for the complete organization, or it may be for separate department or each and every department separately. Suppose that production department, marketing department, sales department, or finance department, there are so many departments in the organization. So if the planning is made for all the organizations or entire organizations or for different departments separately, so objective must be set up while making any kind of plan. Next is developing premises. In this process, the organization used to forecast the obstacles, hindrance or problems or the limitations in the path of effective planning. Because once the planning has been done, while processing the planning, they must have to forecast these things, that what are the hindrance or obstacles are coming in the way of achieving the goal, achieving the objective. So before achieving the objective, before achieving the goal, we must have to go through the proper developing premises, because after forecasting these things we can be able to get the proper solution of these terms so that we can proceed our planning work ahead. Next is identifying alternative course of action. So in this case, once objectives are set and the premises are developed, then after that the next step would be act upon them. It means how they will have to achieve the objective. What will be the different alternative course of the action? Suppose that if one action plan will be failure, then in that situation, what will be the next step? What will be the next course of the action? So for achieving the objective, for achieving the target of the business enterprise, we must have to find the different alternative course of the action so that we can achieve the targeted goal or designated goal. Next is evaluating next is selection of an evaluating alternative courses. In this term, we have to see which alternative courses are better. In the third term, we have studied identifying alternative course of action. There we have to identify whatever the different course of action through which we can achieve the target. Now, after that, in planning process, we have to make a comparative study regarding the different course of action, that which courses are more useful or which are not. And after that, we have to select an alternative course after evaluating all the courses, after comparing all the courses of the action regarding their basis of merits and demerits, sources and consequences. On the basis of these things, we often used to select an alternative course of action, and after that, after selecting the alternative course of action, that how we will execute our plan, and after that, after setting up this execution way or execution method, we implement the plan. Next is implementing or implementation of the plan. In this process, once the plans are developed, they are put into action. Successful implementation of the plan ensures understanding and whole-hearted cooperation of all the employees. It means in this term, they need complete or full cooperation from all the employees regarding achieving the goal, regarding implementation or successful procedure of the business plans. Next is follow up of the action. It means after performing on the plan work or plan course of action or achieving the target, the way or the method which we are following, follow up action must be needed. It means to see whether the plans are being implemented, activities are performed according to the schedule or not. In this case, or if any deviations are there, if any changes are there in the plans, so whether the plan has been made according to the requirement or according to the statement or not, as it was in the phase of the decision or the getting the or achieving the goal. So follow up action must be required, because until or unless we are not getting any follow up action, it is quite impossible to achieve the target. So dear students, these are the process or procedure of the execution of the planning, because only making the planning is not mandatory, execution of planning is also required. And for execution of any plans, the procedure must be selected, because until or unless if we are not selecting the procedure of the planning or the execution of the procedure of the execution of any plan, it is quite impossible to perform the task to achieve the goal. So only making plan, it is not important, we must have to make the procedure to perform the plan also. Now, while procedure of the planning, we were studying different course of action, but in this course of action, suppose that when any organization is preparing its plan, so first of all, it does not prepare only a single plan. So there are so many types of plan, different organization uses different types of plan. So in this plan, let us discuss. So plan, under the plan, we have to perform a specific action purposed to help the organization achieve its objective. And it is a document that outlines how goals are going to be met. The importance of developing plan is evident from the fact that there may be more than one means of reaching particular goal. So with the help of logical plan, objectives of an organization could be achieved easily. So under this planning system, we prepare different types of plan. So here students, we will study about the different types of plan in that series or in that sequence. First of all, it is single use plan. Under this plan, it refers to plan developed for one-time project or event that has one specific objective. It cannot be repeated again and again after the activities has been performed. if the activities have been performed, after that this plan will not be in use. It means when any project has been completed, when any plan has been executed, or when any plan has been made for the execution of any particular project, then after the completion of that project, this plan will not be in use. So it is known as single use plan. It is specifically designed to achieve the particular goal. Such plans is developed to meet the needs of unique situation. The length of the single use plan differs greatly depending on the project in question, as a single event plan may only last one day, while a single may last 1 week or 1 month. We can clear this type of plan by some examples. Here is one of them. For example, an outline for an advertising campaign. After the campaign runs its course, the short-term plan will lose its relevance except a guide for creating future plan. So this is single use plan. In this single use plan, we often use to perform any particular task or any particular project, and in that project either it may be for long term or short term, but basically single use plan is always meant for short term so that the goal can be achieved easily. Now, under the single use plan, the different types of or the different parts of the single use plan is, first is program. So under the program, it is a single use plan containing details statement about the project outlining the objective, policies, procedure, rules, task, physical and human resources. It means how the single use plan is going to be executed. Regarding this, all the programs has been completely mentioned. In this program, so many times if you have watched any movie, then you will see that they were making plan, and regarding their plans, they use the program of entry, they use the program of exit, how to exit from that plan, or how to exit after completion of that program. So program is required, and in that program we record each and every items required for execution of the plan. So program is mandatory. Next is budget. For completion of the plan, single use plan, what will be the cost, how it will be achieved? So regarding this, first of all, we have to fix our expected expenditure. Until or unless if we are not going to prepare the budget or a statement of the budget, then it is quite impossible that it can be prepared in the definite period of the time in future. So budget is also required. So in single use plan, there are two things required. First is make preparation of program, and second is the requirement of the budget. Now the second type of plan is standing plan. So under the standing plan, these plans are used over and over again because they focus on organizational situation that occurred repeatedly. It means if it is made once, it is going to be retained in the business for a long time. Only the requirement is for updation in the plan time to time according to the situation, but the plan will be as usual, only few changes will held. So these plans are known as standing plans. Suppose that if we have to run any organization, we are making few basic plans that we have to go through it, and this is also known as routine plans. because each and every day the certain work is going to be done. Suppose that regarding the school management, if we are going to a school, each and every day we have to take class, each and every day students have to come, they have to maintain their attendance, they have to prepare their notes and submit their assignments, and teachers have to teach their lessons, get their assignments done from the students, and observe or evaluate the growth and development of the students. This is, and due to some changes or due to requirement of the environment, only changes occurred in achieving these goals, but the standing plans are fixed. So in this standing plan, generally plans are almost fixed, plans are always fixed, and they are as per the routine plan. Only these terms are going to be used repeatedly, but after the updation if it is required due to change in environmental factor, due to change in time and demand. So dear students, under the standing plan we can make it more clear. For the example, business plan to establish a new business entrepreneur, draft business plan before opening the doors to their business, and they can use their plan to guide their effort for years into the future. So this is also a kind of standing plan. Now the requirement or the types of the standing plans are: first is objective. So how standing plans are going to be prepared, what are the different types or different types of things are required for preparing standing plans. So first is objective. In the standing plan, objectives are defined as ends for the achievement of which an organization goes on working. They may be designed as the desired future position that the management would like to reach. The first and foremost step of planning process is setting organizational objectives. For example, increasing sales by 10%, getting 20% return on investment, etc. These are completely based on objective based standing plan, and these plan will remain constant for long time. Next is strategic plan. Under the strategic plan, it refers to those plans which an organization prepares to face various situations, threats, opportunity, like SWOT, SWOT, strength, weaknesses, opportunity and threats. So when managers of an organization prepare a new strategy for the business, it is called internal strategy, and when some strategies are prepared to respond the strategies to the competitors, then such strategies are called external strategies. It means for performing the task within the organizational environment, it is known as internal strategies plan, and for facing the external environment, if strategies are prepared, it will known as external strategies standing plan. So dear students, under the strategy plan, often business organization used to prepare different types of strategy, especially either it is internal strategy or external strategy. Next is policy. For completion of a standing plan, policies are required. So it is a general guideline which brings uniformity in decision making for achieving the organizational goal or objective. Because when the organizational goal or the objective are going to be achieved, in that situation policies are required, because until or unless there is no policy, it is quite impossible to achieve the targets. So while completion of policies, while fulfillment of policies, while fulfillment of any standing plans, some policies are required, and the organization have to decide whether these policies will be fixed or fluctuating. It means if it will be according to the time situation, there must be any kind of flexibility. So as the time will change or as the requirement will change, it will be modified according to the requirement. Next is procedure. Procedures are generally those plans which determines the sequential steps to carry out some work activity. They generally indicate which work is to be done in which sequence way. So in the procedure, these are generally the guidance or a kind of action plan used for performing the particular work or performance of or execution of any standing plan. For example, process adopted for selection of employees. It is also a kind of procedure. While selection of employees, recruitment, selection, interview, written test, training and development, so many procedures are going to be adopted. And these are constant, these are standing plan in each and every organization. So this is also a kind of standing plan. Now, rules are a specific statement that tells what is to be done and what not to be done in a specific situation. They help in indicating which points are to be kept in mind, and while performing the task, rules are rigid which ensure discipline in the organization. So many times for performance of any kind of work, some rules and policies both are different. Policies are to regarding the performance and upliftment of the work, but rules are the way to maintain the discipline of the work. For example, while on the in the premises of the office, a smoking zone or smoking is not allowed. These are rules. These will help to create a kind of discipline in the organization. And if anyone is found due to violation of rules, they may invite penalty. So these are the rules which are useful for maintaining the discipline for achieving the organizational goal. Now next is method. It is a standardized way or manner in which a particular task has to be performed. So in this way, if any work is going to be completed or if task is going to be completed, then before the completion, some methods must be fixed. For example, various methods of training are adopted by an organization to train its employee, like apprenticeship training, vestibule training. So these are the method under which we are going to train the employees. So for performance of any kind of particular work, performance of any particular plan or especially standing plan, methods must be well defined. So dear students, now today we have completed the term regarding procedure of a planning or process of planning or plan and the different types of plan. Thank you.